What's up, guys? So most people are aware that there's a lot of really good defensive options for our Animate Guardian, but what a lot of people don't know is that there's some pretty good offensive options as well. So we're going to go over one of those offensive options, what it does, how to craft it, and then I'll show some gameplay footage of me using it on my character. So let's jump into it.
Were you able to look beyond yourself, Bakugo?
I chose a hero name! I wanted you to hear it in person first! From now on, call me Great Explosion Murder God! Dynamite! Got it!
Child, so long!
Big yikes!
How crude! Lame!
That's an awesome hero name!
So if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you probably know that I absolutely hate crafting in this game. I think it's tedious, I find it boring, and on top of all of that, I am really unlucky. So something that would take a normal person 4 or 5 tries to do, it takes me 100. So you might find it odd that I'm making a crafting video. Well, the unfortunate state of the league is that there's not a whole lot of people that are selling. A lot of people have quit the league and waiting for the new league. So unless you're playing a super meta build, it's really hard to find the gear that you want on your character. So I've been kind of forced to craft my own gear because I'm definitely not playing a meta build. So I'm going to explain this in a way that you guys, even a noob like myself, if you're completely new to crafting, I'm going to, walk you through the process step by step so you can understand it, even if you have absolutely no knowledge of crafting. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to want to do is get our base, right? So the base, that's where we're going to be starting our craft on. So you're going to want to look for an astral plate, and you're going to want to look for, you want to have influence of the Guardians. You want Crusader influence, and then you want to make sure that it only has one influence type. And I'm going to share these search bars in the video so you guys can just click on it. The reason being, we'll explain when we get further on the crafting process, but this is really important. If you don't do this search right, you're not going to be able to use the crafting method that we're using. Okay, so that's the first thing. So the rest of the affixes don't really matter. The reason why we want an astral plate is because of our crafting method. We can't have an implicit on the item, so astral plate just comes with an implicit on it, so it's a nice little boost. I mean, if you don't have to get an astral plate if you don't want to, but it's not that expensive. I mean, you can get a max rolled one for like 20C, so 20 to, looks like 20 to, well, some people are selling these for crazy expensive, but let's say 20 to 50C for like a just a regular base one. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do, and then the next step you're gonna do, we're gonna take this into our hideout, and then we are literally just going to spam this with alchemy orbs. So we're going to put it here. Now, if you are brand new to crafting, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put this in your currency tab. Okay. And then if you are selling anything out of your currency tab, you're going to have to right click up here and take this off public. Otherwise, you're not going to be able, like here, I'll show you. So if it's on public, if you're selling stuff in here and you go to try to click on this, it's just going to list it. Right. So you're going to have to take it off public just to be able to work in here. And then what you're going to want to do down here in the search bar, you're going to want to type explode. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to hit this with alchemy orbs until we see this little thing highlight. Okay, so right now it's magic, so we can just go ahead and just spam it. Now, you are going to be tempted to go fast here. Do not go fast. Patience is key. When I was trying to craft my chest, I rolled over the explode 3 times and I wanted to slam my head through my desk. So patience is key here. Just just very slowly check, click it. Don't over click it, because if you roll over it, it's going to feel real bad. So we're going to keep clicking here. Okay, we got it. So if you're crafting a budget piece of gear, you are good to go. You can go ahead and regal this, you can exalt this, and then you can slap this on your AG. Now, if you're crafting an in-game piece of gear, then the process gets a bit more tedious. So what we need is we need to have 2 Crusader tags on this piece of gear. And as you can see, we went ahead and regaled this and exalted this off recording, and we did not hit it. So we have to start all over again. We have to scour and do the alt spam again. Sucks, I know, right? So if you don't want to do the alt spam, there is another alternative. You can search for a piece of gear that already has both of those affixes on there, both the explode and the second Crusader tag. The bad part is it's a bit more expensive. You're looking at anywhere from 70C to a div or more, and then there's not a whole lot of people that are actually listing it, so it's pretty hard to find. I mean, if I turn this on, if I put this on any or put on online only, like hardly anybody shows up. Yeah, one dude selling it for 3 div, so not really what we're looking for, and it only has 1 tag. So that is another option that you can go if you want to go that route, but it is going to be a lot more expensive. And then the next step of the craft is a 50-50 shot. And if you brick it, you have to start over anyways. So I think the better option is to go ahead and do the alt spam. But if you don't feel like doing that and you got a ton of currency to burn, by all means, grab the one that already has the explode on it and do the 50-50 craft, which we're going to go into the next step. So the next step is we're going to hit this with an Orb of Dominance. Now, the Orb of Dominance is kind of expensive. It's about 4 div. So this is a 50-50 shot. This is the most frustrating part of the craft. If you brick here, you have to start all over again. If you hit it, then we're home free. All the other steps, we have no chance of failure. So this is really just the crux point. If we can make it through this point, then we have our chest. So we're going to go ahead and hit with Orb of Dominance and hope that it doesn't get rid of Explode. And it got rid of Explode. Rip.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
One eternity later.
Okay, well, after bricking another base, we are going to try to go ahead and we bought a base. So we bought a base, and now we're going to see if we can hit it with this Orb of Dominance. So please don't rip. Are you, bro? Okay. Here we go. We have another base, and we have another Orb of Dominance. Let's see. This is attempt number 6. So, please, RNG gods, please. Yes! Yeah, let's go. It's the lowest of the tier, but we got it. Let's go. All right. Well, the good news is the next step of the craft, you literally cannot mess up. It's 100% guaranteed. So that's a good part. We went through the pain. Now we're here. So what we're going to do is we are going to buy a base that has you can apply an additional curse, and we want to make sure that it's got hunter influence and it has no other influence types. Okay, and then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to get an Awakener's Orb, and what this is going to do, this is going to destroy the hunter chest, and it's going to put that you can apply an additional curse onto the chest that we just crafted. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now you want to make sure that you click the chest. Oh, wait, I didn't buy the chest yet. Derp. All right, let's buy the chest real quick. Let's hope we don't play the game of you have to message 300 people to get somebody to respond. Let's see here. First one's fine. Item level's fine. Cool. Yeah, the item level doesn't matter. the all the other stats don't matter, because once we hit it with the Awakener's Orb, it is going to randomize the rest of the stats. I'll show you that in just a second as soon as we buy the space. While the first guy responded. Holy cow. That's like a first in ever Path of Exile history. All right, cool. Tell this guy thank you. Let's go to our hideout. All right, so if you read the Awakener's Orb, it says destroys an item applying its influence to another of the same item class. The second item is reforged as a rare without both influence types and new modifiers. So it's going to keep the explode on there, and it's going to re-roll everything else. So that's part of the reason why we wanted to get an Astral Plate, because that guarantees we get the implicit on there for the res. But we, as you saw, we bricked like 6 times in a row. So we just said F it, and we got any base that we wanted. Hopefully you guys don't have the luck that I have, but here we are. So what we're gonna do, oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen. One second, let me shift over to the, I'm over here talking and showing you guys stuff, and I'm not even capturing the right screen. So what we're gonna do is, now you want to make sure, so yeah, like this is the Awakener's Orb. This is what it looks like. They're about a div and a half a piece. So you're going to make sure you click on the item you want to destroy. So do not click on this. If you do by accident, you are probably going to break your game and probably not play for a very long time. So click this here, and then we're going to click this here. Now it's going to put it here. Now it reforged everything. Actually got some pretty good stats on it. So we got apply additional curse. We got the explode. It actually re-rolled the explode to a higher tier. We got increased armor and defense. We got lightning res, and we got fire. We got fire res. So we do have a prefix on here, so we can craft on a prefix. So we would go ahead and craft on a probably life. Let's see what we have available. Wait, do we have a prefix open? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have a suffix open. Excuse me. Let's see. So we can put on. Wait, do we have a suffix open? Am I crazy here? 1, 2. There's 2 suffixes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should have a suffix open, right? Okay. I'm tripping. Okay. So we can put physical damage reduction. That's probably what we're gonna do. But let's see if there's anything else that's good too. Oh, we got fortification while focus doesn't really help us. Let's see here. Probably physical damage reduction. I think that's probably the best thing that we can put on here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do additional physical damage reduction. Hopefully we roll the 3%. Cool. And we're done. Our chest is done. Now, the last couple things that you need to do, the last couple steps that you need to do is if you are currently using Southbounds, you are going to want to switch to a pair of Gravebinds. You no longer need the curse on the weapon. You don't need that. You still need the corrupted implicit to add the curse on hit, but you don't need the Southbounds anymore. You can use the Gravebinds. The reason why we want the Gravebinds is because now all of our minions are going to be all of our minion kills are going to count for our kills. So, which is going to trigger this explode chest. So, that's how you do it. And yeah, and then the last thing too is you no longer will need the boots that we're using, the Legacy of Fury. You can swap over to another pair of rare boots. Try to get, as much defensive options as you can on the boots, and you also want to get brittle ground on there. The higher the number of seconds you can get on there, the better, which is going to give both you and your AG are going to be applying brittle ground, which is going to be really nice for our minions. Now you can, if you're doing like an elemental build, you could also do Scorched Ground, really kind of up to you. We're doing a physical build, so the increased crit strike is nice for us, but yeah, that's it. So reflecting on this craft, the only way to get the elevated 35% is to alt spam. You could try, unless you are just Mr. Moneybags and you want to spend, 100 div a base, then you go for it. But if you don't want to do that, your next option is to alt spam. You can also do Reforged Physical modifier for Harvest Craft, but Yellow Juice is super expensive right now. So I tried doing that last night and I bricked and I lost like 20k Yellow Juice, so that felt real bad. So If you are okay with it being tier 1, I would just roll any explode on there, or just buy a base with any explode on there. You can get it for like 1 to 2 divs, and then you hit it with the Orb of Dominance, and then the rest of the steps that you saw. So that would be what I would do. Is if you're, like I said, swimming in currency and you definitely want the elevated status, then you are going to want to alt spam or reforge physical spam until you get T1, and then you have to hope you get another Crusader affix. But that's it, guys. That's the crafting guide. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as it does really help with the YouTube algorithm. I make weekly content, mostly on PoE, but we do some other game reviews sometimes. We do some gaming news, things like that. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day/night.